let's start this week off with 5 of my boys here. I see 5 boys right there. And I'll walk up here and get kind of close to them. They were all concentrating on eating, so they got all excited when I got up here close. Of course, they're not too worried about me. We got one deer, fat boy. That boy right there, still in velvet. It looks like he's just started to scrape it. You see all the velvet hanging right there. And you start feeding the forest. Of course, he's had his off for a while. And I don't know if that's deer right there. Lucky number 13. Lucky number 13. No name. And of course, TC still scraping his out there. That's a good way to start the week. We are only having 2 deer and antler videos this week, Friday and Saturday. We run some pecan videos on Wednesday and Thursday around the pecan orchards. Hope y'all enjoyed that. I always enjoy driving through the pecan trees, especially the years that they're loaded with pecans like this year. So something bad doesn't happen the next 2 or 3 weeks, 4 weeks. We should be harvesting plenty of great big giant pecans. We'll start taking orders probably around the 1st of October or so. And get the prices and the shipping and all that nailed down. Hopefully we can stay about the same price we were last year, even with our government's massive inflation where everything else is costing us a ton of money. Maybe we can stay close to the same, or my goal is to stay the same. Oh man, look at that. That's gorgeous right there. We still don't have our South Fresh in. That's a sweet feed from Tractor Supply there on the ground that they're eating. But they're enjoying it, and they're waiting on it. They like it. There we go, right there. That's pretty right there, isn't it? Isn't that cool? Oh, that little, just almost had a little horn clash. Hopefully get some horns clashing before it's all over. Just don't break them off, boys, please, okay? They're still not super hard yet. Don't break them off. Yes, boss. Yes, boss. Right. Looks like we have a yard full of feathers this morning. Bunch of turkeys out there. Look at all of them. Very, very nice. Looking at them from inside the house. Going across the freshly mowed yard. These fall mornings are spectacular. Dead calm out there on the lake. Everything seems to be peaceful in the woods. Just really, really nice. Look at that big old gobbler. They're just moving and eating. Eating a little Bermuda, catching a bug or two. Absolutely gorgeous out there. Very, very nice. Nowhere important to go. And we have more feathers. We have feathers by land, feathers by sea. Ha 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 ha. Yes, sir. More feathers. Our geese invasion. I love having them around. I love listening to them. And they're not spending too awful much time in the yard, so they're not messing things up. In the yard occasionally, but not a lot. Another little bunch of them off out there. So we got a pretty good little bunch of Canadian geese hanging around. Gorgeous. Little breeze beginning to blow out there. Fish feeder going off. All that activity right there is 200 or 300 bluegills scarfing up that South Fresh fish food. It doesn't last long. The water's boiling right there. Calm right back down here in just a few minutes. 2/3 of that sinks, 1/3 of it floats. And the 1/3 that floats gets scarfed up in a hurry. I mean, scarfed up in a hurry. Water's already starting to calm. A few laters getting in there, but coming right on in toward the yard. They've been feeding right down there just out in the water. Just out off the bank. Beautiful birds. They seem to move without doing anything. Those big web feet are paddling pretty hard. And here on the other side of the house, we have fur, feathers and fur. Guess I'd catch a fish or two and we'd have fin and feathers and fur. The baby was running around out there a little while ago. Where's that baby? There he is right there, back in behind the big boys. Saw his mama running around out there, or her mama. TC's taking a while getting his velvet off. Still got quite a bit of velvet hanging on there. Don't see Mr. Forrest out there this morning. Oh, there he is. Oh, we're laying down. 1, 2, 3, baby. 4, 5. I guess we have $5. 5 boys out there this morning. The baby's right in there amongst them just like she's a big girl. They don't pay attention to her, let her eat all she wants. Where her mama is. I saw another deer running just a minute ago out here. That was probably her mama. One of those bucks might be after her already. The rut hasn't started. I hear the geese. The geese talking to me over on the other side. Does everybody have hard horns? Looks like No Name may still have a velvet left also. Gosh, it's a lot of antlers. Uh-oh. There's Mr. Forrest. I hear my boss talking up there, but I don't hear any carrots rattling. No carrot bags rattling. We got just a little carrots left, big boy. Have to get some more after church. Tomorrow after church. Get all that blood on that antlers. All that blood. You look at what we've got going on here in front of my house. It's a beautiful morning, but will you look at what's going on? I'm going to start down here where I'll first start. That maybe is getting them all in right there. Those are Canadian geese. I'm out here talking. But Nellie is running around in the yard, and there she comes right there. She went down there to get her a drink of water, and the geese didn't even leave. Now, she's been trained retrieving ducks, and, that fall from the sky, not ducks that swim around the water, but ducks that fall from the sky. She's been trained on actual ducks, dead ducks, to retrieve. And yet, she goes down there and gets her a drink and does not bother those geese at all. But here's what I want you to look at. I don't know how many there are. Y'all can count them if you want looking there, but you count because I'm going to move to the left and look at what we've got here. That's a pretty good pile of geese. That's a pretty good pile of geese. That's a pretty good pile of geese. And they're still coming. More coming from up there. See them still coming? Way up in the upper ends of the lake, the geese are still coming. They're calling each other and saying, come on over here and have breakfast. Early in the morning, they're all talking to each other. A lot of times when they start talking like that, they're getting ready to fly, so I don't know if these are going to fly or not. They're coming from just about as far out there as I can see them. And they're just gorgeous. I mean, I just love them. What a beautiful bird God made when he made Canadian geese. There's 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 coming there. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. And some of them are in real close to the bank, 22. Some of them are behind that tree. We can't see them. 23 come out from behind the tree. 25, 27, 29, 30, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 1, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 53, 54. Okay, there's at least 54, and the reason I say at least is because I missed some. I hadn't counted them all, but there's a half 100. The Barry Switzer deal. Barry Switzer was always saying before a football game, we're going to hang a half 100 on them today. And by golly, he did it a lot. Is that wonderful right there? That is just God's creation. And the thing about it, these are wild Canadian geese. We've not ever raised any geese here. But we're going to be covered up with ducks. As the ducks start moving from the north, they're up there with all you northern folks right now. The weather's getting cooler day by day by day. Be more ducks coming in here all the time. I'm seeing teal and stuff flying around now. But that is absolutely spectacular. We back out and we enjoy what I call $1 million view. To me, it's worth far more than $1 million. But Nellie stays wet about half the time. I wash her and she still smells like a dog because she's in that lake all the time. But that's good. She's a water dog. She's bred as a water dog. And that's good. We're going to get to hunt her a little bit in December, I hope. Hunt with my buddy Dale Morrell that owns Morrell Archery Targets. Y'all shooting archery? It's the only targets you want to buy. Morrell Archery Targets. My buddy Dale Morrell, we're going to go duck hunting. Some of my other friends over in Ball Knob, Arkansas, we got a trip planned with them. I'm really anxious to see Benelli swim out there and get a duck that has fallen out of the sky. Talk to me, big boys and girls, talk to me. But keep in mind, Benelli's down there at the dock, just right there swimming right toward Benelli. They're not really worried about her too much, are they? She's down there fooling around in the water. See, they're just to the right of that dock. And these geese are all swimming right down toward her. I haven't fed these geese, and you think, well, they're hanging around Jimmy because you're throwing them some corn or something. I'm not. $12.50 a sack. Are you kidding me? I'm not feeding corn to the Canadian geese. That's for sure. I can't hardly afford to feed it to the deer. We feed them a little corn in the wintertime. They're not afraid of you, Benelli. That's good. You're being a good girl. Just as far as you can go down the bank. The 50 some odd I counted is probably not nearly all of them. Just absolutely spectacular. If you think I love this, you're right. That's just about as peaceful as it comes. Yeah. As we get ready to head to church, I go out to get Chris's chariot out of the boat building. We see that we've got a couple mamas down there and one little baby down there. The little baby is getting really big. Let's look at that little baby real close right here. Looky there. She's turned into a big deer. She's doing great. Got through the coyotes. No coyote got her. We've been working on the coyotes here in the ranch, and we've got lots of babies running around. Lots of babies running around. Sometimes we have 2 or 3 here at the house. This one comes a lot. And we got our boys. I'm going to walk by our boys there. Mama over there licking on that. That salt lick there's got garlic in it, which helps keeps the flies and the ticks off the deer a little bit. Not totally, but a little bit. You know, they live in the woods, so they live with the flies. And you can see we got 4 big boys out there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 big boys out there. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5 big boys. We have 6 out here on some mornings. I don't know who is missing right there. That's lucky number 13 looking at us right there. What a beautiful deer he's going to be. That's only his 2nd set of antlers. No Name right there. It's his third set of antlers. My man Forrest, everybody's lover. Look how big he is. He's big because he gets fed a lot in addition to what he eats in the woods. And of course, TC is still looking pretty ragged. He's still got stuff hanging on his antlers. He has a hard time. It seems like last year was the same way. He had a hard time getting rid of everything, but he definitely has got a lot up there. He broke tips off there. We've had some breaks off. Benelli came in with a broken tine, and I don't know where she got it. Still had a little blood on it, so somebody had broken it off, and Benelli had fetched it, which is good. It's exactly good. We'll see if we can't get her. We got her retrieving rubber antlers right now. It's kind of a bad deal because we got antlers laying all over the house on tables and stuff, and various sheds that we want to keep that are special to us, that have a memory of a certain deer. And she can't get those and chew on them or play with them, and yet I want her to go out in the woods and find sheds. So that's kind of a paradox for her, but she's supposed to be a smart girl. Labs are so smart. She should be able to figure that out. And we get out in the woods, we'll be able to figure that out. And we should find the first shed next spring. We'll do some retrieving with it, hiding it. I've been hiding the ones that I've got now. Little baby's gonna walk off there in the distance a little bit. Well, I better get Chris's chariot. We'll see if these guys are still here when we head to church here in just a little bit. What a great start to another great Sunday. Getting ready to go worship the God we serve. Well, baby, you ready to go to church?
Yeah, I'm ready.
You ready? You say goodbye to all your boys.
Yeah,
Look at all your boys are here. They're here every Sunday to tell you goodbye, aren't they? There's Mr. Forrest. Isn't he getting beautiful? Look at that. Look at that. It's spectacular, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And all the other boys. Look at all the stuff hanging on TC's antlers.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody else has about got all theirs off. That is spectacular right there. Nice thing to see when you go to church every Sunday.
It is.
Very beautiful. Yep. Oh, looky there. Look up in that yard. Look up in that yard. Yeah, buddy. 4 big boys there. I'm telling you what. I just don't ever get tired of looking at them. I just don't ever get tired of watching them and all their antics. Mr. Forrest there, golly, it'd be such a great deal if he could live to be like 7 or 8 years old. He's 3 right now. That's his 3rd set of horns. So he's doing good. He's got that's just a soft woman's hairnet collar, so it's kind of tight because his neck is getting so big. But isn't that something? I hear geese behind me. Where are they? Oh, there they are. Coming in. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, look at that. They flew right over my head. Right over my head. Look at that. I mean, right over my head. They've been out feeding. Either that or they're taking off to go feeding. I'm not sure which. They might have been on the other end of the lake and they're heading for some. They're leaving. They just happened to come right over. Look at that lake. Look at the reflection. Look at the reflection of that mountain on that water. Is that special? Look at that. Back up a little bit. Look at that mountain reflected. Look at the top of that mountain reflected on that water. Look at there, you can see those upside down trees. That's something. Look at that. My gosh. My gosh. God sure knows how to paint a picture, don't he? He sure knows how to paint a picture. And I was enjoying seeing some big old bucks eating Bermuda grass.